You know, there's certain people in life that follow, certain people that are spirit carriers, and certain people are leaders. Now, this person was a leader, probably one of the most respected and decorated players of his generation from Regina, Saskatchewan. When he arrived in the NHL changed for the good. He became a team captain for Chicago Blackhawks. He was a leader for the Minnesota North Stars in many facets. And a lot of players that played with him said he learned a lot by playing with him because his dedication was all there in the ice. Skated miles, good overall player, and again, one of the best defensive forwards of his generation. So we have to be talking about the Team Canada representative at the 81 Canada Cup, Dirk Graham. Now, Dirk Milton Graham, born July 29, 1959, Regina, Saskatchewan. Again, played for Chicago, Minnesota, NHL. In 1991, he was honored as the Frank J. Selke Trophy winner for Outstanding Defensive Player in the NHL. Now, he also served as head coach of the Blackhawks during the 99 season before being relieved of his duties after 59 games. Now, ironically, when he played, this didn't come up very often, but I'm going to mention it, and it's kind of ironic as well because he saw him as a player, not the color of his skin. He was the first NHL captain of African descent. So the color of his skin was never a factor for the media and fans. We just saw Dirk Graham, but as years have gone on, he was a groundbreaking athlete in many ways. We're going to talk about that a little bit. Now, he first came to major prominence with the Regina Blues of the SJHL, where he put up 68 points in 76. Now he graduated to Regina Pats of the WCHL and put out some outstanding numbers over 4 seasons. His best campaign, arguably, was 1978 with 110 points in 72 games and 15 goals in the playoffs to give him 64 on the season. Now, by 1979, he became a draft pick of the Vancouver Canucks after 108 points with Regina. Now, despite being drafted relatively high, 4th, 5th round, he toiled in the minor leagues, which included the IHL and Central Hockey League. Now, in 1981, he scored 40 goals with the Toledo Gold Diggers of the IHL and was named to the second All-Star team for the association. In 83, he scored 70 goals with the Gold Diggers and was named to the first team All-Star squad. This caught the attention of some, and because he was a free agent, he was eventually signed by the Minnesota North Stars after never playing a game with the Canucks. I don't know why he was never sent to the affiliates in New Brunswick and the AHL, but that's the way it goes. Now, when he spent 2 years developing the American Hockey League and the Central Hockey League, he was selected to the CHL First All-Star Team in 84. In 86, he eventually graduated to play full-time with the North Stars. After this, he recorded consecutive 20-goal season in Minnesota and was chosen to represent Team Canada in the 1987 World Ice Hockey Championships. On January 2nd, 88, Graham was traded to the Chicago Blackhawks for Kurt Frazier. Now, Graham played his best hockey in Chicago. His first full season with the Blackhawks in '89, he topped the 30-goal mark for the first time in his career and finished with a career-high 78 points. Now, a stunning 10 of his 33 goals were shorthanded. Therefore, he joins Wayne Gretzky, Mario Lemieux, and Marcel Dion as one of only 4 players to achieve 10 or more shorthanded goals in a season. He scored 20 goals or more 4 times with the Blackhawks. Now, in 91, he won the Frank J. Selke Trophy for best forward in the league, and sorry for the little mistake. I meant to say 91 previously. He represented Team Canada in the Canada Cup tournament in 91, one of the most, diverse lineups we ever sent to the Canada Cup. Canada would beat the United States to take first place in the tournament. Now, late in 89, he was eventually named team captain, replacing Denny Savard, the first player for African descent to become team captain in the NHL. He captained the team all the way to the Stanley Cup Finals in '92, where they were swept by the Penguins despite a strong effort by the Blackhawks. Even though Pittsburgh won 4 straight, it was a well-fought series, especially in the opening games in Pittsburgh. Now, Graham eventually retired in '95 after a lockout-shortened season. Now, shortly after retiring, Graham served as an assistant coach for Craig Hartsburg with the Chicago Blackhawks. Now, Graham took a year off, then returned as a scout for the Chicago squad. He served briefly as head coach in '89, and again the first black head coach in the NHL, until he was replaced by Lorne Mulliken. He's currently a scout for the San Jose Sharks. Now, you would never think for a right winger of his size, 5'11", 190. He had aspects of Mike Gartner, he had aspects of Gil Carbonneau. He had aspects a playmaker style like Adam Oates. So he had a very overall game, as we say. And very underrated. Like, the people would never talk about it much until their hometown team was playing against Chicago, and so we're going to watch Dirk Graham because, again, you give him an opening, he would score, especially on the shorthand. I know he broke a lot of hearts with his third period goals through the years where, a late penalty would come about and Graham would take advantage and score a big goal. Now, awards and achievements. He was selected to the IHL second All-Star team in '81, to the IHL first All-Star team in '83, to the CHL first All-Star team in '84, won the Frank J. Selke trophy again in '91, and of course the distinguished first with the black captain and black head coach in the NHL. Now, let's kind of break down as well that season '83 with Toledo. He ended up with 145 points in 89 regular season and playoff games, 83 goals. That's probably one of the best minor pro season of the 1980s. Very few compare with it because 145 points in the IHL at the time, that was still an okay league. Now, his first goal in the NHL was '84 with Minnesota, and he also puts up some strong numbers with Salt Lake in '84 with 94 points in 57 games. Season with Minnesota, he had 12, 22, and 7 goals. With Chicago, he had 17, 33, 22, 24, 17, 20, 15, and 4 in the strike-shortened season. Now, final NHL totals, 772 games, 489 points, including 219 goals. In the playoffs, 44 points in 90 games, and again that 92 Stanley Cup run when he had 12 points in 18 games, including 7 goals. Now, he played for Canada World Championships in '87 with 3 assists in 9 games and 3 big goals for Team Canada at the Canada Cup in '91 with 4 points in total. And again, coaching record with Chicago, 16, 35, and 8 in a rebuilding year for them in '99. So Dirk Graham was exactly what Minnesota and Chicago needed on the time, a good third or fourth line player, but could easily play second and sometimes first line. And I look at those big Toledo numbers, when he scored nearly 200 goals combined over 3 seasons. Some twine need to be fixed in the IHL, because I used to watch some of the IHL highlights, the road games. He was just flying. And they call him the Graham Cracker, jokingly, some of the media there, because he would crack a game open with a big goal or a big assist. So if you like what we're doing here with our Vintage Podcast, please let us know. Give us a like, comment, or subscribe. I know it's a little bit late in the game with Black History Month in February, but there's been so many good stories I've been doing, not only on the great black athletes from Canada in hockey history, also the people like Willie O'Ree and Bill Riley that still motivate players as coaches and role models. So we've been talking a little bit about that. Sorry it was a little bit delayed doing it, but never too late to celebrate a great athlete and person like Dirk Graham. He should have been a soap opera star too as well. He's a nice looking guy. When your name is Dirk, you gotta have a Hollywood career. I would sign him up tomorrow. You would call it As Regina Turns. He'd be the kind family doctor who would solve medical problems for local Pat fans or something. Anyway, I think it would work. You get the looks for it anyway. Anyway, have a good day. Thank you, and keep your stick on the ice. Bye.